dimulai tanggal 28 Maret 2026, akun anak di bawah usia 16 tahun pada platform beresiko tinggi mulai dinonaktifkan. Hari ini kami mengeluarkan peraturan menteri turunan dari PP Tunas. Melalui peraturan ini, pemerintah menunda akses akun anak di bawah 16 tahun pada platform digital beresiko tinggi, termasuk media sosial dan layanan jejaring. Dasarnya jelas, anak-anak kita menghadapi ancaman yang semakin nyata, mulai dari paparan pornografi, perundungan siber, penipuan online, dan yang paling utama, adiksi. Pemerintah hadir agar orang tua tidak lagi bertarung sendirian melawan raksasa algoritma, dimulai dari platform YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, X, Bigo Live, dan Roblox. Proses ini akan dilakukan secara bertahap sampai semua platform menjalankan kewajiban kepatuhannya. Kami sadar implementasi peraturan ini mungkin menimbulkan ketidaknyamanan di awal, anak-anak mungkin mengeluh dan orang tua mungkin bingung menghadapi keluhan anak-anaknya. Namun kami meyakini bahwa ini adalah langkah terbaik yang harus diambil oleh pemerintah di tengah kondisi darurat digital. Langkah ini kita ambil untuk merebut kembali kedaulatan masa depan anak-anak kita. Kita ingin teknologi itu memanusiakan manusia, bukan menumbalkan masa kecil anak-anak kita.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Nadi Valendi from 12 Accounting 2. On this occasion, I would like to present a news report about restriction on social media access for children under 16 years old by PP Tunas. In today's digital era, the internet and social media have become an inseparable part of people's lives. Almost everyone uses social media for various purposes, such as communicating, searching for information, learning, and entertainment. Not only adults, but children and teenagers are also very familiar with various social media platforms such as Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and others. However, behind these benefits, the use of social media also has various risks, especially for children who are still in their developmental stage. Children who use social media without supervision are at risk of being exposed to negative content, experiencing cyberbullying, becoming addicted to gadgets, and even facing mental health problems. Seeing this condition, the Indonesian government issued a new policy known as PP Tunas. PP Tunas stands for Government Regulation on the Governance of Electronic System Implementation for Child Protection. One of the main focus of this regulation is restricting social media access for children under the age of 16. Under the PP Tunas regulation, the government requests technology companies and digital platforms to take greater responsibility in protecting child users. Digital platforms are required to implement various protection systems, such as verifying the age of users, filtering content that is not appropriate for children, providing parental supervision, feeders, or parental control, and ensuring the security of children's personal data. One important point in this policy is the classification of age groups in the use of social media. The government divides child users into several age categories so that internet use can be adjusted according to their level of maturity. The government created this policy for a reason. Currently, internet usage among children in Indonesia continues to increase. Many children already have their own smartphone at a relatively young age. Some of them even spend hours every day using social media or watching content on internet. This condition raises concern because children who use social media too often are at risk of experiencing various problems such as reduced study time, decreased real-life social interaction, and the emergence of gadget addiction. As a conclusion, Pepetunas is a government policy aimed at protecting children from various risks in the digital world, especially in the use of social media. Through this regulation, social media access for children under the age of 16 will be restricted and must be under parental supervision. In addition, digital platforms are also required to improve their security and protection system for child users. This policy is expected to create a digital environment that is safer, healthier, and more child-friendly for children in Indonesia. However, the success of this policy does not only depend on the government and technology companies, but also requires cooperation from various parties such as parents, schools, and the community. With good cooperation, children can continue to use technology and the internet to learn, grow, and be creative without facing dangerous risks in the digital world. That's all for me. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.